The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
As a small biz pro, so we roll, using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, so we grow, using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur.
Hey, how are you guys? Welcome to the Business Zone. You are tuned in to Crystal and Gilbert at the Business Zone. Gilbert will be on shortly. He's caught in, the lovely LA traffic, which is intense. So, but welcome. I hope everyone has had a fantastic week. It's been quite busy. Washington is nuts and LA is nuts. It's just... the world is just, they done lost their mind. So much stuff is going on, but we definitely want to send out love and blessings and prayers to the family in Dallas who lost the daughter, which is kind of crazy, insane. I spent all week saying how insane you can't even be in your own house. Your own house right now. Minding your own business, playing video games nowadays. It just doesn't seem like it's safe anywhere. In fact, I'm almost at the point, do I really need to be living here? Do I need to go someplace where I feel safe? Because I do not feel safe in spaces where you don't know what's going on. So it's kind of crazy. We just have to be very vigilant in our surroundings, but I do find that I'm very uncomfortable that I have to be like that if I'm in a mixed company, and it really truly shouldn't be that way. We should figure out a way to bring our country and our people together, because we are really all God's people, and it just really makes no sense. This is just insanity right now. But anyway, we have a great show today. We're going to talk about marketing, something that doesn't happen in Black businesses too often. And look at this. Mr. Buchanan has come in from the cold. So that's what we're going to talk about. Tips on how to do your marketing on a budget, which is much easier today than it has been or was 10, 15 years ago, where everything costs a whole lot of money. But you guys really do need to market your business. I was at a meeting last week, and it was, you don't want to be a secret business. You really want to be a business that everybody knows that you're in business so that they can support you. I just don't understand this secret stuff. I'm one that I love for folks to know that I'm in business. So I make sure I'm out and about networking and meeting people strategically, but I make sure that's part of what I do. And I do heavily brought market on all the social media networks. So I hope you guys realize how important that is to increasing your revenue base, because that's how your people come in. And if nobody's coming to your door asking for your products, pretty much it's because they don't even know you have products or that you're even in business. So you want to do that. Gilbert's got all his stuff here. He should be on screen in a few minutes. So are you guys getting ready for the Taste of Soul this weekend? 250,000 people, or not more. I think last year they had 300 and something thousand people there. So you want to come on down, meet some people, eat some great food, pick up some flyers to see what's going on in your community, and listen to some phenomenal music. And I'm going to be out there. Some of my friends, Dawn Strozier, she's opening up her studio, or doing a soft launch of her studio this weekend. It's called Fit to Win. So you want to pop by there. She's going to be right there on Crenshaw, next door to the Sentinel. So you want to pop by there. The Los Angeles Urban League, they're going to be stationed right by the Starbucks. So stop in. We got some classes and workshops happening there. So pick up some flyers there. Destination Crenshaw, I think they're going to be right by Macy's. So you want to go there. And then, of course, you have all the amazing food vendors that'll be there. And the kettle corn, that's why I go. I come for the kettle corn, and I used to come for Shabaz's fish, but I don't know if she's there anymore. But that's why I go to the Taste of Soul. So you want to come on down, guys. You about ready, Mr. Gilbert?
Not yet.
So, guys, yeah, we're going to talk about marketing, and Christmas is right around the corner. You know, I went into Rite Aid, and one aisle had Halloween, and the other aisle had Christmas. And I went, wow. And this was in September. So they even started a month earlier this year. So you, the business owner, you need to take heed from the big guys, and you need to start already getting your marketing strategies together so that you can take advantage of all the free-spirited money that's flowing during the holidays. And according to Washington, we all doing well. There is nothing wrong with the economy according to Washington, D.C. So everybody should have enough money to support everybody else. Yeah, but that's what they keep telling us, that we doing well. You don't feel like you're doing well?
Well, in spite of them. In spite of them.
Everybody,
Not because of them.
in their mind, everybody's working. Everybody got everything they need. They got housing, they got food, they got money in the bank.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
It's called spin.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's called. If I tell you guys that you're doing okay, you will be stupid enough to realize to believe that you're okay. So yeah, everybody doing okay, which means that they should have no problem hiring us to help them move their businesses forward. None of that stuff, huh? Because everybody's doing well, according to our president. Hey, David. Hey, Rick. Nice for you guys to check on in. Hey, Calvin. Let me welcome you guys with a wave. Gilbert is getting himself together over here.
Almost there.
Almost there. What did you guys on Facebook, my Facebook Live? What you guys been doing this week? You guys, anything exciting? Tap in and let us know what you guys have been doing. And if you're getting ready for your holiday marketing and promoting your business as well. Okay.
So I got the marketing ideas ready.
Okay.
Okay.
All righty.
Get the Facebook Live.
Okay. You went to a couple workshops. You taught at a workshop this weekend.
Yeah. Yesterday I was at the Riverside County Black Chamber.
Okay, with Pepe Jackson.
Oh yeah.
I told Pepe I want him on the show.
Yeah.
I want him to drive up. I don't want him to Skype in though.
You have to get him live on the show. Man.
Yeah, get him live and in color here in the show.
He did a pretty good job yesterday though with they call it the Biz Fest. It's a multicultural Biz Fest.
Okay.
So they had the Asian Business Association of Inland Empire, Black Business Association of Inland Empire, and a variety of different organizations.
Okay, so it was successful.
Pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
And they gave away gifts. They had the city council member there, the Riverside Council city council member. I think his name is Gardner. Mike Gardner.
Mike Gardner.
Yeah, so it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
And what did you do?
And then I taught a workshop for Edison. It was supposed to be on branding and building your infrastructure, your capacity. Mm-hmm. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Cool. We did the workshop in a theater. It's a theater, a screening room of a theater.
Where was it held?
At the Art Center, the UCR, the Riverside County Art. Center.
Oh, I think
On
I
Main
saw. Yeah, I think I actually saw Maze there.
Yeah.
Years and years ago.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a nice
room.
Yeah, it's a nice facility.
So when you pop up the presentation on the screen, it's really nice, huge.
Oh, okay.
I loved it.
All righty.
Yeah, it was very nice. So,
nice turnout.
A very decent turnout.
Okay.
I think they could have marketed a little better, and but it is what it is. So. And then again, I'm thinking it was after work, 5:00 in the evening. So
Yeah, that's
a lot
tough.
of people, At 5, people are just coming in from work or they're in traffic. So
and then had a full day.
Yeah, so the timing was, it could have been adjusted a little bit, but all in all, it was a good event.
And it's kind of hard to figure out what's the best time.
Yeah,
I've found over the years actually Mondays up here, I don't know about down there, but Mondays seem to be a good off day for people. So I've done a lot of my workshops on Monday. Wednesday conflicts with Bible study and all kinds of other stuff. Thursday's not bad because they figure, okay, they can coast in on Friday. So it's just trying to find that right thing. And then depending on, again, about the marketing, right? Depending on the demographics, whether you should have a morning event or an evening event. And you're not going to it's no cross traffic.
Right.
You have to do, an evening event and you have to do a morning event if you want that.
If I were going to do an event like that, a multicultural biz fest event, I would do it on a Saturday because then you have, people, they don't have to work. So you've got different cultures, different organizations. They can show up because a lot of the vendors there, they were selling clothing, jewelry.
Oh yeah, you need it. You need people.
So on a weekend would be much better for that type of product.
Yeah.
And you just like with the Taste of Soul.
Yeah.
The Taste of Soul is on a Saturday, so you have a lot more people in attendance. As if they were to do the Taste of Soul on a weekday, they wouldn't have gotten as much attendance.
No.
You see what I mean?
In fact, Dr. Rosie Milligan, when she does her book fair, it's always on the weekend. Yeah. And she has out in Carson, same place. She does it at the Carson Center. Right. And she has a really nice turnout because it's on Saturday. And people
do it on a Saturday.
Yeah, you just know, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And it's all day.
Yeah.
So even if and she has, and I think the other key to that is when you do a daytime thing, if you have your breakout sessions, you have your vendors in one room, so there's constant activities.
Exactly.
So people are not, because on Saturday they're not interested in just sitting.
They're not interested in just sitting. They want to move around. They want to see who's there. How they can benefit, how they can network. Yeah. They might want to bring their family to the event.
Yeah, so you have to kind of possibly make it kid-friendly so that they can bring, or at least stop by and support you. But that's hard. Or if you're going to do during the week, and if it's that kind of event, then you make it all day.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I would do.
Yeah, you do it all day. If it's going to be even during the week, do it all day. And it's business, so they'll take off for business. Right. You probably have to have some food or something.
Oh, they had food because they had some vendors. There's one vendor I think they're called Graham's Barbecue.
Oh, okay.
And they had barbecue ribs and greens and macaroni cheese and all of that, which was really good. But for me as a vendor, if I'm going to be at an event like that, I'd want to be there all day so I can make my money back.
Yeah, because you're not getting 5 o'clock in the evening.
Exactly.
You're not that's not a good investment for
3 hours
vendors.
is not enough for you to generate some sales, generate some prominence, get some people calling you back.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Saturdays, and all day, you would get that. But you wouldn't really get that. And I guess that's, when we start talking about the marketing piece, that when you think about an event, it's a whole holistic thing, right? So you gotta drive the traffic.
Oh yeah,
and leading up to it, and it takes a strategy, and you should have a plan.
Exactly.
And like we do with the digital marketing, we're always talking to our people about you actually create a content calendar, and so for every day, as you're leading up to your event, there should be some sort of strategy that is happening on each day leading up to that point.
And one of the things that, since we're touching on marketing today for small businesses, one of the things that we need to do as business owners when we're thinking of marketing
and strategizing, we want to plan the event backwards.
Yeah.
So we want to start from the date of the event and work our way back to where we are today.
Yes.
And then we can see how it works. So if we want to make $1 million, then we start out at the $1 million. Okay, we just generated $1 million. How did we get to that $1 million?
Right.
How many vendors do we need? How many customers do we need to sell to in order to get that $1 million? Okay, we need to sell to 1,000 customers to get that $1 million. Well, now, how are we going to find those 1,000 customers? Where they're located? How are they going to hear about our event?
Yeah.
How are we going to reach them?
Yeah. You gotta have gotta have a plan.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So most of the times when we do marketing, a lot of small business, we don't think of it that way. We think of it, okay, we want to get to 1 million, and we're just going to hold this event, and people are going to come.
Yeah.
Doesn't work that way.
Well, that's the same thing with businesses. They know I put my shingle out, and they just know that I'm here, and they're gonna come just because.
Doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work like that. But you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You have to. One of the things I'm learning, I'm taking this e-course, and so creating the course is not the issue. It's learning how, because that whole funnel is part of an e-course.
Yes.
So you start with your opt-in page, and then you have a sequence of emails that are going up that you're following behind it.
Yes.
Then in between that, you're interjecting some live video or some videos, sending it out too. So all the way leading up, and you give yourself about 60 days in order to launch. So with that and being engaging, and by the time you get to that place, then you have there was a guy, and I think it's next week. Yeah. It's the Small Business Expo that happens downtown LA.
Oh, every year.
When I think his name is Jonathan. So when Jonathan first came to California, because he's been doing this all over the country, right? And I went to the first 2 or 3 of them, and they're usually at the California Mart. Yeah. And one of the things that Jonathan does is he gets big time, like the Power Team, their sponsor. Right. Then it's free, so that he gets numbers. But when you get there, then in order to get to, and he has some high-powered speakers there, in order to get to certain workshops, then he has a bronze, gold, and platinum. Yeah. And so when you go to get the platinum and then get all these giveaways, the man packed the house. And that was his first time.
That's what I'm talking about.
He had over 1,000 people there for that first time, and he's done that ever since. So
that's what I'm talking about. So there has to be a lot of planning going into your marketing plan, your marketing strategy. How are you going to do this? Because you got to assume, when you're planning your marketing strategy, assume that no one is going to show up. Yeah. And what is it you're going to do to get them to show? What do you need to do?
Yeah, exactly.
You need to twist some arms, bend some legs.
And you got to make some phone calls.
Phone calls.
You got to use your center influencers. Exactly. All of that sort of stuff to make stuff happen for you. Because you can't, and you have to have a nice ambassador or team that is helping you carry out what you're trying to do. Right. So we want to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll jump into the meat of everything. You guys are tuned into the Business Zone with Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. Take a break.
Subcontractors and small businesses are very good at performing their craft. But when it comes to managing their paperwork and efficiently running their business, not so much. That is why Buchanan & Associates, a multiple award-winning supplier diversity business management, technical support, coaching, and compliance firm is here to help you. Buchanan & Associates possesses core competencies in small business paperwork and government compliance, back office management and business support, business infrastructure and organizational development, light rail transportation program management, assisting small businesses in packaging and submitting their minority, woman-owned, and disadvantaged business enterprise certifications. We even match you up with contract opportunities. Buchanan & Associates has delivered more than 7,500 hours of training to subcontractors by preparing them to become business-ready, contract-ready, and bank loan-ready with the ability to quickly access key documents in seconds. Buchanan & Associates helps subcontractors accurately prepare, manage, and submit certified payroll, contract compliance, and labor compliance reports to primes so that they can get paid on time without delays. If you need to meet your disadvantaged business or small business enterprise participation goals, Buchanan and Associates can help you. If you need a qualified and experienced firm to oversee your subcontractors so that you can successfully complete your projects, Buchanan and Associates can help you. We help all businesses organize and set up their company the right way so that they can formally pursue contracts. Buchanan and Associates has assisted subcontractors and primes secure more than $90 million in contract awards. What are you waiting for? Contact Buchanan and Associates today, the small business paramedic. Go to www.thebuchanangroup.net and begin saving now.
So we're back on the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And today we're going to talk about marketing your small business and some tips that you can use to improve customer usage and your revenues.
Right. So we're going to start off with basically or relatively free, I think, because that's really, really important. And one of the reasons this resonated with me this week was because Recycling Black Dollars is in this process of getting ready to renew our resource guide for 2020. Mm-hmm. And so we went cold calling yesterday, knocking on doors. We had people that we were renewing, so that was no problem in picking up money for that. Mm-hmm. But then we had other new people that we went who have just gotten into the community. Mm-hmm. And so it's just so interesting, the conversations we were having and how with our small micro businesses, they just don't think that you need to advertise. Mm-hmm. I just find that just absolutely amazing.
They believe word of mouth is sufficient, and it's not.
It's not. Well, and when you really stop to think about it, I mean, Jackie and I had this conversation. So what if because your word of mouth, they are either going to age out from your product, they're going to move away, or something's going to happen to them financially, or they just no longer, they've already bought what you have. Exactly. And so there's no reason for them to come back. That's so that would be the only reason, even what we do, word of mouth. Once you're done with them, right? They can refer you to somebody else, which, a lot of my business is word of mouth. Right. But the way I get the word of mouth is my marketing that leads them to go, oh, yeah, Crystal. Yeah. Because out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight,
out of mind. And see, that's one of the mistakes that we make as small businesses. We think that because people are our friends or they're our customers or family members, they all know what we do. So therefore, we don't need to remind them of what we do.
Most family members do not know what you do.
Exactly. And you got to constantly be putting it out there to let people know, this is what we do. This is how we do it. This is how you can benefit. This is how we solve your pain in the marketplace.
Yes. And a lot of times the person doesn't even tell the family what they're doing.
No.
So they have an idea. Oh, you may be in this. And, he works for himself.
Yeah.
Well, what does he do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Right. And didn't he tell you?
Yeah.
No, actually, he's never told me what he did.
Exactly.
Right. So I don't know what he does.
Especially a spouse or a girlfriend, boyfriend. They don't know what you do as an entrepreneur. So one of the things that we want to do here on the show is to put a challenge out to you. We want to challenge you to ask at least 5 family members, if you're an entrepreneur, what is it you do? Ask them. Can you tell me what is it that we do in our business, and see if they know?
I think they should make a game out of it for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
When the family's there.
Yes.
Put everybody, all of them, put little before they, at their dinner, their nameplates for their dinner.
Yes.
Then put a piece of paper or something there that has a occupation or a business, and see who can guess whose business that is.
I think that's a great idea.
Isn't that a great idea?
Phenomenal
and then
idea.
you'll find out if everybody at the family table, because unless they're a mechanic, they probably don't know what they do. So they should have a little game, and it's part of the icebreaker for when the family gets there. Here's this. Now, can you tell me who this is and what they do?
Exactly.
And have you been to their website? You have to make it interesting, right?
Yes,
and then tell me some of the key factors about their business.
Yes.
Yeah, and that way they can get everybody involved. And they should incorporate the kids in that.
We are challenging you, small businesses, to ask your family members. They can probably do it this Sunday when you have family dinner this Sunday.
Right, or football.
Or football.
Every time there's a gathering.
Exactly. Fine family gathering, you want to ask family members, at least 5 of them.
Right.
What is it that you do in your business? Do you know what we do?
Right.
And see what they say. That's amazing. Because if your own family doesn't know what you do, then how do you expect customers to know exactly what you do?
Right. I don't know what they do because they can't refer you.
Exactly.
If they don't know what you do, they can't refer you.
And that's one of the points that we have here on this list. In order to get some free marketing for your business, you develop a referral program.
Yeah.
So if your family members don't know what you do, or most of your family members don't know what you do, then what you want to do is to develop a referral program. Now, that referral program could be for each person you refer to our business, we give you a free gift, or we'll give you a discount, or give them a discount as well, and see how well that works to start.
That's a basic.
Yeah.
So now here, this one everybody should be able to do. Google, which everybody uses.
Oh, yeah.
And they go every business that you go to. Well, this is something you can simply do is to Google my business profile. And then make sure you fill out the Google profile completely. Yeah. So when people Google you, your name pops up in the SEO. That's a very good point right there. Because most people, is that Daisy? Because somebody's calling me Chrissy, so that could only be Daisy. Hey, Daisy. Hey, Margot. I'm glad your cataract surgery or your whatever you had went well. But yeah, Googling your business, and I know for us, I really, we trend very well. Yes. But that's something very basic a person can do is just to make sure that your Google profile is up to date. Yeah. And if you change anything about your business, make sure you update it, and you have to do that periodically. Yeah. So that's a simple, free.
Very simple and easy.
Very free.
Very simple and easy.
Because you could even, when you meet somebody, if you run on business cards, just Google me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Just to see what's coming up.
Right. To see what's coming up, so you can tell them. And the next thing is, now this is content is king or queen. Oh, yeah. That is like the number one phraseology in the 2019, 20, all the way. Yeah. Because your content marketing, that's even for those of you that are putting your books on Facebook, when you're writing out these long diatribes, you should be incorporating in who you are, what your business is. Yes. You should find some way or another in that conversation. So especially if you're responding to a comment or posting something on Facebook or Instagram, make sure you're referring and let them know what your expertise is.
Exactly. That's key.
Yeah.
That is really key. And in line with that also, Crystal, one of the things that they can also do, small businesses, is to hold online contest. Yes. Hold an online contest for your business, and offer gifts. Offer them something for participating. Even if it's a logo, if you have a new logo that you're launching, or you're incorporating that in your business, do a little contest. Get some feedback, do a little contest, and see what people think. And the person or the group that best guess closest to what the answer is, give them some gifts, give them something.
And you can do something as simple as you can do a Starbucks coffee card.
Starbucks coffee,
you can do a
gift
movie
cards.
gift card.
Yes.
They don't cost that much for you to do that.
Much. You can go to Costco's and get some movie tickets.
In fact, I think Costco has a whole little package of something, don't they?
Exactly.
Yeah,
they do.
so you do that, and so, but at the same time, you're building your mailing list, you're building your social media following, and you're giving them something back.
And
so
you also showing that you're interfacing with the clients.
Yes.
To let them know that you do care about their thoughts, what they think about you, think about your business, and also what they're adding to the growth of your business.
Exactly. And that way, that's how people remember you. And if we're going to work with this word of mouth concept, then now you're engaging with them though.
Yeah.
So you're it's like a friendship. If you don't call your friends or interact with them just to find out how they're doing, then you lose track of good friends because of that. So it's the same thing with business. You want to be able to keep that.
Yes.
The next one here is, and I see this on Facebook all of the time. Hey, Lakeisha, and David and Rick Perkins, Facebook Live, like we're doing right now.
Yes.
I see people sitting down having chit chats and doing all that. I don't think I've ever heard them mention their businesses.
That's my point. That is my point. That is my point. You're on a platform where there are thousands of people that could purchase your product or service, and instead of talking about your product or service, you're talking about some insignificant thing that you've done, or you've gone somewhere. Oh, I'm at a club right now. I'm having a drink. No one cares about you being at a club.
Right. Unless you tell them I'm at a club right now because I'm relaxing because I've been at business. I've been coaching people all day long. Oh, yeah, by the way, did you know I was in business? At least be able to wrap what you do in that conversation.
Incorporate what you do in that conversation. So people will get some benefit of it. Because believe me, a lot of us, we don't care about you sitting there talking to your dog or your cat or whatever. We don't care. We want to know, what is it you are consuming our time right now. Just like you guys are listening to us right now. That person is consuming your time. So what are they going to get for that time? Because remember, in life, time spent cannot be regained.
It cannot be regained.
You cannot get it back. Right. So you want to make sure that time that you're disseminating is going to be valuable to someone. So talk about how you can benefit that person in your conversation. The next point I want to add, Crystal, is you want to develop industry partnership. So as a small business, you want to try to team up with other businesses that complement your business, your business complement their business. Yes. And here's some reasons why you want to do that. One, large contract providers, they're now working with vendors who work in a team in partnership with other small businesses. No longer are contract providers trying to do business with just one business. Right. Because to them, it's not worth their investment. They want to make sure that you bring some value to the table. Your partnership or teaming firm brings some value to the table. So they're getting multifaceted benefit to the table. Right. The next thing about that is, by you teaming up with another small business, then let's say you have a following of 5,000 and that other small business you team up with have a following of 10,000. Now we got 15,000 customers that you can access instead of your little pitiful 5,000.
Right, exactly. And here's the thing: if you guys look at and watch and follow anybody on YouTube, one of the things that's always there is a strong call to action. Yes, yes. So they're either saying, check out our website, call us to set an appointment, put your birthday cake order in, follow me, or make sure you like my video. Yes. Oh, and by the way, make sure you hit the bell so that you'll be notified the next time that you want to, next time we come on air. Yes. So you want to make sure, and when you're out there marketing, whether it's video or written or whatever, give them a strong call to action. Yes. People need direction.
Yes.
in order to reach out to you. So that's what you want to do. And by all means, your relationships, that's really how my business grows, is the relationships. And you have to nurture those relationships, though. Right. And it cannot be one-sided. Yes. It has to be a two-sided reciprocity, give and take, because that's what it is. It's a relationship. Right. And so not all one body is going to benefit from the relationship. So you want to make sure that you're reaching out to them, but at the same time, there's some give back there.
You got to give back a little bit. And I just want to apologize a little bit here. I was just kidding earlier when I said your followers are pitiful. They're not. Okay? your followers are not pitiful. I'm just goofing around. But you want to add your followers to the other small businesses' followers. So now you've got a larger amount of followers, so that you can tap into, and you can increase your sale. For example, like Crystal and I, we were talking about my product, for example. So my product, we're looking to sell 56,000 units of my product. If for the base package, if we sell 56,000 base units, then that's $20 million. $20 million. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So think about it. If you can tap into a population of about 50,000 customers, think of how beneficial that will be to your business.
Exactly. So, but you can't do that by yourself. You can't do it by yourself. To have partners.
You got to team up.
Right. So
and the one that we want to add, that Crystal, this is Crystal's playpen right here. The other point that we want to add that you can use in your marketing effort is what we call guerrilla marketing.
Yeah,
that's man. Crystal right there.
Yeah, you have to. And guerrilla marketing becomes really easy today. Now, when I first embraced guerrilla marketing, social media was just at its infancy. Right. And so not a lot of people were on it. Even Facebook was, people didn't know how to use it. Yeah. There was no Instagram, no Pinterest, no Twitter, any of that. Yeah. And so you really had to be guerrilla about your networking, your personal live networking. Yes. You had to be at every workshop networking group. Mm-hmm. You had to have your print media, and you just had to plaster the world with your print media. Right. Now, today is a different story, right? Yes. Because you can do your visual marketing, which is really just creating marketing tools, or my favorite tool. You guys can write this down, is Canva, Canva. Oh, yeah. You can put together a quick little flyer, a postcard, a header in all of 2 minutes. In fact, I have the app on my phone, and I can put together a 2-minute, I can put together a flyer on my phone. Right. And then send it out, share it right there on my phone.
Unbelievable. And that's a very powerful method of reaching out to your customers or potential customers, because you're sending out something very simple, but it has a great message to let people know, make them become aware of your product or service.
Right. And then I even create, and you guys have seen this in between on some of our commercials, I create our commercials out of print photos. And then I put them in another app that I have called Video Show. Yeah. And I put them together. It has all the templates. It has all the music. Again, a 2 to 3 minute process for me. Yes. The lengthy part of the whole process is uploading it to YouTube.
Right. And I've seen your rendition of this commercial you're talking about, because I looked at it this morning and I'm going, this is phenomenal. It's very simple, very effective, very easy, and it's inexpensive. It doesn't cost
me nothing.
It doesn't
nothing, because I don't even have to pay for that app at all. Right. Canva, I do pay for, because I like to have all the attributes to it and benefits. Right. But the Video Show is an app that I downloaded on my phone. And I don't have to pay. They don't even ask you. I don't know how they make their money, but probably through ads. But I don't even have to pay for it.
Maybe we could take a break right now so the audience can see that app, that commercial that you put together. All right. That is very simple, very easy. It doesn't cost anything. So if you are watching us live on Facebook, then you could switch over a little bit to morrismedialive.com. so you can see the actual commercial that Crystal produced this morning. And you can do the same for your business. Doesn't cost a cent. And you can get at least, 500 customers just by using that.
Just that. You promote it. And every time you think about it, you promote it.
Yeah.
Copy the link and put it on your phone and send it on out.
So go to morrismedialive.com so you can see this commercial we're talking about, and you can do the same for your business. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break right now. You're watching The Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. Take a break.
Yeah. So there you go. So all you have to do, and I'll put it up in the description of the show later on.
Yes.
But yeah, that took me. The hardest, like I said, the lengthy part is uploading it to YouTube.
Yes.
And as well as just going through and finding where I have stored my photos that I want to use and my flyers and
that's
stuff.
Very simple and easy.
That's simple and easy.
Very simple.
So that's
and
telling
easy.
you to save the date for an event that's coming up and all the events that I'm doing. And those are quick, simple, easy things that you can do, people. Marketing is not hard.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not hard.
Just the fact that you step outside of your house and walk outside, you can start marketing.
Yeah.
You're on your phone, your email, voicemail, whatever, marketing.
Marketing. And so now those of us that are in the coaching, training, whatever, we know how to do this really well.
Yeah.
But small businesses also can do this. And I'm actually creating an e-course, a webinar course that is going to talk about this particular entity is hosting a class or an event. Because what I have found that as an entrepreneur, we pretty much tap into every skill set and every talent and everything that we're passionate about on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. But can you say the same thing, say about your brick and mortar small businesses or your micro businesses? Mm-hmm. They pretty much, whatever that business is they do, they're probably experts in that business.
Exactly.
But if you're an expert in your business, that means you could have an event, you can have a training class, you can have a webinar, you can blog, all the things that can help you, one, create more traffic and as well as create other forms of revenue as well. Right. But if you're not into that part of it, but at least if you're blogging about what your interests are, if you're a mechanic and you work on classic cars and you've been doing this and this is your passion, you love this, you writing a blog on that, it is just priceless. Because you're giving people insight. That's like people who like to fish, any hobby that you have, then somebody else is interested in it as well. And so you could do YouTube videos and at the same time marketing your own business and growing your following. Then you could sell product that relate to that passion within your business as well.
I think that's such an excellent point, Crystal, because again, we keep going back to the fact that many people on Facebook, many entrepreneurs on Facebook, they talk about events, they talk about what they're doing at home, hanging out with friends. But what you could do, you could also talk about your business or your product. You write a sentence or two and just put it on Facebook. That's promotion for your business right there and letting people know about it or give them little tips. Did you know that if you drink a small tip of apple cider vinegar, that's an antioxidant that can cleanse your system, something like that. So if your product is like that, then you could do the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah, right. Exactly. You're building, because this is all about building your network and bringing more customers to your business. But you cannot forget the call of action. You really
give them a
cannot.
call
You
of
gotta,
action.
you have to let them know.
Yeah.
Don't just tell them about your
Yeah.
business. You want them to actually support your
You
business.
want them to act.
Yeah, you want them to act.
Respond, and you will get a discount, or you'll get this, or something else.
Right, exactly. Another thing, and I know you do this, and I've done this, and not just the capacity I'm in as a business coach, but I also do. You guys see that plug? A business coach.
Love it.
But another thing is attending industry events.
Yes.
Because you can extend your network just. If there's 1,500 people there, you go there with a plan to at least meet maybe 50 new people, and then you keep going to these events. You strategically pick them. You don't go to everyone.
Right.
You make sure that they fit in what you're trying to do.
Right.
But you will build businesses. You will build a following, and people will know you. Right.
And that's an amazing suggestion there, Crystal. Because the question I want to ask you, small biz pros out there, I want to ask you this question. When you go to an event, what's your objective? What's your plan? What is it you want to do or achieve by going to that event?
Right.
Are you going to get new customers? Are you going to just mingle with folks? Are you going to purchase things? What is it that you're trying to do?
You have to have a plan. Now, when I go to a networking event, I actually have a whole strategy, right? So I prepare before I go. So I make sure I am up on whatever current events. I read through social media. I read articles so that I have some talking points. Because sometimes the what's most uncomfortable is you don't know how to approach a person and you don't know the conversation. So if you're walking up to a group and they're already having some conversation and you've done a little bit of research and homework before you got there. The other thing is, whatever that industry event is, making sure you know who's going to be in the room.
That's right.
And so then my next thing is when I get to the room is I look around the room and I see if there's anybody that I know. And it's very rare. I've been to a couple places lately that is a whole nother group of people, which is like awesome because I know a lot of people.
Yes.
But I first see who's in the room so that I'll know, and then I see who they're talking to, right? So then if I need them to introduce me to somebody, then they can make that introduction. It's not such a cold call.
Yes.
And it's kind of lukewarm, and then they can make that introduction, and I can carry it from there. So I do that, and then I scope out the room to see if there's anybody in there new that I think I need to meet, or I've heard about, or heard about through somebody else, and then I make my way around, and that's my strategy when I go to a networking event.
You gotta have a plan.
I work that room, boy.
You gotta work the room. You gotta know who is in the room.
Yeah.
You don't want to be at an event and then after the event you go, wow, man, I wish I had known this person was there at the event when the person was right in the same room that you were in.
Right.
But you didn't take the time to find out who was in the room.
Right. You have to take those opportunities because you never know when those opportunities. Recently, I had been trying to connect someone to my girlfriend. Because she was in the art industry and she was really she was a major influencer in the art industry. Yeah. And for years I tried to connect this person because my girlfriend actually had set people's careers on fire. She got their business, their art moving and they started their careers that way. And I knew this about her. Right. And so finally, I guess that person is about the procrastination and not responding, right, when you're being introduced to somebody. So if somebody's going to introduce you, you want to make sure that you follow up. Right. Because as it would happen, the person's finally was finally ready to meet with my friend, and my friend passed in August. So the opportunity. So make sure that if someone's going to introduce you with somebody that's going to help move your career, that you want to reach out to them because time is short and there is no guarantees about it. Right. And so you want to make sure. Now here's one, and we just recently met with a PR person, a public relations, and she was also on our show. Cynthia was on our show. And this is something that everyone needs to do, that everyone needs to craft, is tell your story.
Yes.
About your business, about yourself, so people can connect with you, about any milestones that your business has in its growth, in its journey, and your journey as well. Because if you connect with people and you've had the same struggle, especially as business coaches and as well as even if you have a product or service, but if you have a service business, you want to tell people how you got in that business so that they can connect with you, how you got there. So creating your story. So craft your story. Why are you in business? How long you've been in business? What is it about your business that you absolutely love, right? And it will connect people to you, and they will want to come to you. One of our she's not on today, but Candace Pilgrim Simmons. She has All That and More Boutique. Candace works the heck out of social media. Every time Candace,
I gotta give her credit.
You have to. Every time she gets a new outfits or clothing into the store, she puts them on herself. And she models them.
I've seen
her.
her.
And then she has this thing on her camera, on her phone, that does this twirl. Like girls like to twirl the skirts. So when her customers come in and they're trying on the clothes, of course she gets their permission. But she also does this twirl thing. And it trends. Because it's action, it's a video, it's visual. And so Candace does an excellent job. Her mentor is Natalie Goucher. So she's learned very well on how to drive her business. So she's just been named the ambassador of Culver City. She got another award for most accomplished or businesswoman in Culver City from the Chamber of Commerce. So her social media or her carbon footprint is really working for her.
I really like that. Really like that.
So people, that's what we're telling you. You got to create that. You have to create that allure that people want to be there for you. They want to support your business. But bottom line, they have to know that you're in business.
And these tips that we're handing out today, these are some basic tips. I mean, these are things you probably already know. But the one thing that you want to understand, that what we do here is coaching. We provide coaching as professional coaches and as business consultants. We are providing you some coaching advice. So we're not, in most of what we're saying, it's not brand new. We're not telling you stuff you didn't know before. What we're trying to do is to reiterate these points with you, to remind you that you need to do these things. Okay? So if you don't remember all of what we're saying, I'm sure there'll be one point that we said today that's going to be beneficial to you. Now, what we want to do right now, Crystal, we want to talk to our small biz pros out there about bid opportunities. There's some contract opportunities. I get these every week from contract providers and from Prime. So we have some contract opportunities that we want to talk about today. And this is in the construction trade. Now, remember, when we talk about contracts, it's not only for contractors in the construction trade, because there's professional services also in construction. Just remember that. A lot of you do paperwork, you do administration, you do PR, you do outreach. Those are professional services, and it's not directly construction services. So think of it. Accounting, bookkeeping, those are part of construction as well. Okay?
And so take out your pen and paper, guys.
Take out your pen and paper.
And then you want to also be able to call Gilbert if you have some questions.
Yes.
On, here, you can do it.
Well, I got mine.
Oh, you got, okay. You can call Gilbert if you want to know more. And if you're not certified, how you go about doing that. Okay.
So give me a call at 888-882-1168. That's 888-882-1168. If there's anything that you heard today that you want to follow up on, you can give me a call at that number. And Crystal, what's your number?
323 447-7272, and you can reach me anywhere on social media, The Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert, Recycling Black Dollars, Crystal Mitchell, Mitchell Business Solutions. So I'm all over. You just need to Google me. My Google profile is up.
Okay. So this project that we're announcing today, these are contract opportunities for small businesses, subcontractors, and small businesses. So if you're in any of these trades and you think that this might be beneficial to you, I want you to respond. Give me a call and I'll send you more information on this solicitation. So what this is a construction project. What they're doing is the city of Santa Ana, they're building bike lanes on 5th Street down in that area in Orange County. And they're looking for subcontractors to provide services in the following area. I'm going to read the first two. Crystal will read the next two, and then we'll keep doing it alternately just like that. Okay. So the first two areas of services that this contract provider is looking for subcontractors like you or a small business in is removal of existing pavement. If you're in the construction trade and you can remove pavement, if that's what you do, then you want to respond to this bid opportunity. The second one is removal of trees and landscaping. Can you do that? Are you a landscaper? Can you do that job?
Remove existing traffic signal and remove fire hydrant.
Yes.
So if you're into that, if you have those skill sets, then you definitely would want to look into this bid.
Definitely. Now, the next two I'm going to read will be removal of brick pavers. Are you a brick paver? Can you remove those debris and those items? So you want to check that out, okay? And the next one is to relocate mailboxes and parking meters. Can you do that? Is that something you can do? So you want to give us a call.
The next one is construct concrete improvements such as pavement with monolithic curb, pavement, sidewalk, curb, gutter, cross gutter, and curb ramps.
So you want to check those out. If that's your trade, give us a call.
And also doing the exact same thing, remove existing concrete improvements such as the curb, the gutter, the sidewalk, cross gutter, bus pad, sidewalk, pavement, and curb ramp and driveway.
So the next two trade areas that they're looking for subcontractors is for you to construct hardscape. I'm sure I don't have to explain what hardscape is, because if you do that type of stuff, then you know it is. You go to those high school or colleges and you see the track running around the track, the material that they put on that's called hardscape. So That's pretty much what it is. And the next item is to construct bioretention area. So if that's something you can do, give us a call.
Then construct the parkway culvert, perform root pruning,
and to install traffic signal and bike signal. And the next part of that is landscaping and irrigation. Can you do that? Then this is a job for you.
And then finally, install the pavement markings, bike signs, and traffic signs. This doesn't seem like this is too difficult.
It's not too difficult. I mean,
this is what if a person was into concrete, this is what they do.
Exactly. So if you're a small business, you're in a construction trade or landscaping, and you can do these types of things, and you do signing, street markings, this is a job you want to check out. So give me a call, because the deadline for this is October 29th. So you really want to give us a call as soon as possible so I can send you the full description of this project.
And if they're a subcontractor, then even if they don't have all their minority certifications in place, they still are eligible to do this, right?
Exactly. You're still eligible. And if you're not so sure, give me a call. I'll go over your certification, your requirements, your insurance, and all of those things with you, and to help you to get in line so you can be ready.
I actually have a client that does this stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm going to email this to me and I'll pass it on to him.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I did some consulting with him for his QuickBooks, and so I think he was working on a big job with the airport, but he has a full crew. It's a legacy business his father passed down, but they're in the concrete.
And that's what we want to do. That's what we do here on the Business Zone. Crystal and I, every week, We're trying to find ways to help you small businesses become more business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready, and also to obtain contracts so you can be rich. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we got to close the wealth gap, guys. And the only way you can do that is to take advantage, to market your business and take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you. So, wow, it's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock already. It's time to go.
So you guys, we want to make sure that you are getting ready for the holiday. So take a look. I will be posting on our the Business Zone Facebook page. I will post one of these free tools for you to take advantage of to get the ball rolling. This is our call to action.
Yes.
Get the ball rolling with getting your business on track and your marketing strategies in place.
We want to get you guys ready. And next week, what we're going to cover next week, part of what we're going to cover, because we'll have guests as well next week, we want to go over micro businesses versus small businesses. What's the difference? Do you know what the difference is? Are you a micro business? Are you a small business? Do you know which one you are?
Probably not.
We'll talk about it next week.
So, wow, everybody. So I hope you go to Taste of Soul and you have a fantastic time. I hope to see you out there. If you do, give me a wave for those that are in Los Angeles, and those that are not, you'll see some great pictures online. But be safe out there, and we will see you next week.
And you tuning to the Business Zone every Friday from 3 to 4 with
Christo
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. We're out.
We're out. Bye-bye.
As a small biz pro, I saw we roll, using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, I saw we grow, using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, Crystal Mitchell, do you have my business plan?